The fire rises, Batman, because I'm adding fuel to the flames.
My Bane impression is terrible. So welcome back, folks. Now, after I posted my video covering SirFoch versus DMCA threat debacle, some of you guys mentioned that I should watch Jingles and Jim Sterling's new video covering the same subject. So I took a look, and basically Jingles is saying that the excerpt covering the hate speech and the homophobic slurs excuse were coming from Wargaming North America, not Wargaming EU. So basically this excerpt from Kotatku article is saying that Wargaming North America stated that they will use hate speech / homophobic slurs to censor people. So I thought maybe I read the whole article wrong, and I thought it was Wargaming EU because it would make sense. So I took a look back, make sure I did not make any mistakes. So I'll post the actual article into the description below, like I always do. So basically I read through the whole thing yet again, but it's very vague on which department of Wargaming made the statements about the hate speech and the homophobic slurs at the bottom. So there's no Wargaming NA, there's no Wargaming North America in this article. So there's also no Wargaming EU as well, or RU for that matter, but who knows? So I thought maybe I could use some of the evidence at the beginning of the article to see if the pronoun game would work based on which wargaming they're talking about. So on this paragraph right here, so on its website, Wargaming describes the community contributor program as players who go blah 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 blah, blah whatever. So click on this link, it will bring you to Wargaming EU's webpage on community contributor. And it does make sense if this applies to the rest of the article, because SirFoch is a part of the CC program and part of the contributing aspect of their stuff. So it does make more sense than Wargaming North America, because for WGNA, we don't actually have a community contributor program. I searched it up. Nothing came out. Or at least for all I know, nothing public about the community contributor program. So I cannot find it for the North America version of World of Tanks. So I click on the tab, click on the community part. The community contributor? Nothing here. Players? This will probably bring up the search a player. Yeah. So, well, for WGNA, we don't actually have a CC program, a big CC program. If you are a part of that, let me know, because why am I not invited? Why? Why not me? Well, narcissism aside, but we don't know. So it doesn't make sense for WGNA to have a CC program to be mentioned in this Kotaku article. So I don't know. It's up to you to decide, but that's the fact. So, alright. But for Jim's video, right here, it says that he has received an email from a senior public relations manager or coordinator on the whole subject or aspect for the censorship, basically the hate speech and the homophobic slurs yet again. But after reading through this email clip, it seems that this text starting at "We at Wargaming" to the bottom of the text or the paragraph is copy and pasted onto this email. So it's a different font, doesn't have the indentations. So it seems like this person that is talking to Jim is just copy and pasting what the big heads, the higher ups, are saying onto this video. So probably Jim doesn't realize that there are multiple heads of the Hydra. So it's not just Wargaming NA or Wargaming EU or RU. So it's a cluster and it's separated. So I don't know. I'm a little bit doubtful that Wargaming North America made the statements on Kotaku about how using the homophobic slurs and hate speech as excuses to censor people. So I'll provide you guys with a link like a good journalist would do, and you make the decisions on yourself. So is it from EU or is it from North America? It's up to you to decide, but remember, this is not the first time that Jingles or Rita has pulled this shtick. So, I mean, it does sound pretty nice that you have a TMZ tabloid article. Ooh, Wargaming North America is spewing crap yet again. Tabloid, read now. Big titties. So here is the article on Rita's status report. So it talks about how the same stuff. So as I mentioned, you can take a look at the email yourself right here. It does seem like a copy and paste based off the actual email. So this person, the senior North America PR manager person, is copy and pasting this text from the higher ups and provided to Jim. And Jim doesn't realize there are multiple heads of the Hydra. So, oh well. Also, the name is not mentioned, so we don't know if it's fake or not, or whatever. But basically, here is the article. You can read about it, yada yada. So what I'm saying is, why is this not the first time that Jingles and Rita are pulling this shtick? Well, it's a very obviously exciting or juicy topic, and if you put this into your thumbnail, you get lots of views, obviously. A lot of people read it. But this is not the first time. So what I mean is, back in 2016, in April, we had a very similar event in Wargaming North America. So I made a video, actually I made 2 videos back then, talking about it. So it's a PR controversy. So in the beginning, for this event, it was Victor Kisley, the CEO of Wargaming, is visiting North America, specifically San Francisco, I believe, to promote Masters of Orion coming out. So he was in the States for a week-ish, and without any notice, the Wargaming North America thought it would be pretty good to have his visit, as well as have him meet with some of the contributors, community members of the North America part of World of Tanks, and ask questions and other stuff. So they did not know about his visit. They were only given about a week of notice. So they had to rush through everything, like the questions, the tickets, the airplane tickets, and other stuff. So you can go back and watch freaking spoonerisms and see what this problem is. So back then, the main controversy is this whole PR, this whole Q&A thing was not carried out well. So it was rushed, everybody was not focused, feels like it's staged, and that was the whole controversy. But on the other side, Rita and Jingles are bashing the whole NA team on how poorly they performed with this meet and greet thingamajig with the community. But behind the scenes, you have to remember, this was a piggyback off of the Masters of Orion visit. So this is not the main purpose of Victor Kisley visiting the States. He was visiting to promote Masters of Orion. They're just piggyback off the visit for a Q&A session to help benefit the NA community. But they did not get a larger or longer time for heads up, so they were rushed. Everything was carried out poorly, but they tried. So I thought Rita and Jingles were very unfairly, criticizing the NA team when they did what they could with the little short time they had. So I think they were too much on this tabloid feel of, ooh, Wargaming North America screwed up shit again. Ooh, yeah, it does sound pretty nice as a tabloid, article or header, but, you have to understand what's behind the scenes. So I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys think about it yourself. I'll let you guys decide for yourself if this is basically coming from Wargaming North America or if it's coming from Wargaming EU. As I said, it does sound more like Wargaming EU, as well as the email evidence from what I perceived. So this could be copy and paste, could be fake, as well as there's no mentioning on Kotatku. So don't jump to conclusions. Don't assume anything, alright? Don't jump to stuff like a bitching heat. So don't jump to conclusions, but make your own judgments. Make your own decisions from all the resources I gathered. So, like a good journalist, I always put links in my descriptions so you guys could go visit and read the stuff yourself. Whereas, for example, Jim, okay, Jingles, okay. I mean, they're using their fame and their popularity with the subscribers and the majority of them to make their point, but please be a little bit more informative. That's all I'm saying. Please provide the actual links, and if it's from Wargaming North America, fine, whatever, I'll eat my own words, but don't jump to conclusions. I hate that. I hate when people jump to conclusions about how the 9.17's armor change will affect everything. I hate about how light tanks will be terrible. Well, they're not really terrible. They're still somewhat underperforming at some tiers, but not really terrible. So I really hate that when people just jump to conclusions without thinking for themselves. So I provide you with all the evidence. I provide you with the history of the shticks. So it's up to you to decide. It's up to you to decide, but that's all I could do. So hopefully you guys make your own decisions, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.